If you're new to chickens or thinking about getting into chickens, this video is going to be for you. In my last video, I went over on how I built the coop, and I know I mentioned what I had another setup in the garage for all the babies. I'm going to explain how I did this and the basics of getting started with chickens. So this box right here is made out of 4 4-foot by 8-foot half-inch OSB boards. A 4-foot by 4-foot in the back and a 4-foot by 8-foot on the side. So 4 4-foot by 8-foot half-inch OSB boards and 4 8-foot 2x4s. All right, that's going to be needed for the construction. Obviously, you're going to need screws. I believe I used 2-inch screws on this, just construction screws. Now, for the basics of getting started with the chicks, I'm going to go over a few things here. For the starter, when they're baby chicks, start with 18% chick starter grower poultry feed. This stuff is a lot smaller than the pellets, obviously because they're babies. It's just easier for them. That's what you're going to start with. As they get older, you're going to move to, we use Kalmbach feeds right there, 17% layer pellets. You'll move to that once they get older, closer to laying eggs, but definitely start with that first. Another important thing that we do is the electrolyte by Save a Chick and probiotic by Save a Chick. 1 packet of each into 1 gallon of water. I personally use spring water, but you can use what you want. Another thing to have on hand, you don't really need it, but I would definitely consider having it, is the septic powder, Stop Bleeding. They're gonna break their nails, especially when they get older. Just buy it now. You can use it on dogs, cats, and birds. So that's gonna help stop any bleeding. The bedding that I use is this green bag. All right, so that's horse bedding. I use the bigger stuff that you can see right here. I don't like the smaller stuff personally. A lot of dust with that. I can only imagine that, you know, it gets into their airways a lot more than stuff like that would. So that's the feed, the bedding, and the supplements. Moving on to the waters. I put these out here because I thought it was going to be very important to explain these. This one on the left is the one that we originally started with. As they got older, we got them the bigger one. If I could change that, I would have just went to the bigger one. Hopefully that saves you a few bucks. If you look right there, you can compare the size. The lips on that. When these chicks are small, as they get bigger, they're gonna kick this stuff up. And it does not take long for them to fill that whole thing up with the shavings and making a complete mess out of their water, and you're gonna have to clean it constantly. Just go to this bigger one. That's gonna save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So that is with the waters. To get into the construction here, like I said, this is gonna be on the side, a 4-foot by 8-foot piece, a 4-foot door on the front. Okay, we got 2 hinges on the side, the top and bottom, and this is going to be the other 4-foot by 8-foot. Getting inside of this now, okay, you'll notice in those 2 corners and these 2 corners, all right, those are 4-foot 2x4s going up each corner to hold together the sides. This piece right here goes across the top, and then 2x4 across there for a perch, another 2x4 to hold the lights, and this 2x4 on the top holds that water like I was just talking about. You're gonna lift that up as they go. As they get bigger, you lift that up. You can see that the food's already off the ground a little bit, and it works out. You just keep lifting it up as they go. The other ones you really can't lift up, so why even bother with it? Now the 4th OSB. So we got the 4-foot wide, 4-foot tall end. The same thing with this door down here. The left and right side are 4-foot by 8-foot. The 4th OSB board is at the bottom here. You could have maybe went with plastic. If you have like a gravel floor or whatever in your garage, we have cement. I put the 4-foot by 8-foot OSB at the bottom. I mean, I wouldn't put plastic. That's basically what I'm saying. I wouldn't put plastic because they will bite through that. Here's that little hook latch. the ground's on a slant, so I don't really have to worry about this thing opening. Pop this open. Go in here. So that 2x4 goes across the top to stabilize that. You can see that other OSB at the bottom. Coming inside of the coop, there's that perch right there. Again, from the outside in 2-inch screws, 1 and 1. What I did here is basically measured it from the inside and screwed a hole through there, took the screw out, went outside, popped it right through there, did the same on that side. Hi, coming out to say hi. We keep a stool in here, all right? They can go under there right now, but we keep this in there. Obviously, you're gonna be very careful in what you do in here. Know where these chickens are at. Don't assume that nothing's under there. We sit in here, you know, to play with them, to get them used to us being around. I can come in here just in a matter of a few minutes, hold them all, and they'll just start coming all around me, jumping on the bottom here and doing their thing. One of the important things out of this entire construction that I feel is very important that I point out, aside from the basics, you know, it's very sturdy, are these lights. Never, ever rely on these clamps, ever. I mean, anything could go wrong. It would have them attached in the back to stop them from falling is one thing, but if they fall off of here, they're gonna rest along here. Heat on this plywood will eventually start doing something. So just right on the top, see what I did? On the widest part, I put a screw in here and a screw in here. This thing is not going nowhere. You see that it's not even moving. The light is, but the bracket's not. That's not going anywhere. That will stay there. Same thing on this side, all right? That particular bulb is 250 watts. The other one, 125. So this is gonna be warmer versus here. In my opinion, that gives them more of an option. They can stay warmer if they want, like that little one. She's a little runt. As they get older, they don't need so much heat. They can start going under that side. And then I'll know to start making adjustments to these lights as they start moving their way out. So having this option, as they get bigger, you can shut off the 250 watt and leave the 125 watt on longer. Also keep in mind that you could begin lifting that up. All you gotta do is same thing like I said, the screws from the outside in, same thing for that one. Just take the lights off, unscrew it, lift it up, screw it back in. And doing that right there will make some happy chickens. If this video helped, I'd really appreciate it. If you followed, if you have any suggestions on what I could do to help you, anything I could do to change, please let me know in the comments. I plan on doing some of these educational videos as I go. And in my previous one of my coop, I talked about adding on, getting ready for these, and I will document that as well. So thanks a lot.